Hi, today I am going to do a Coraline theory video. The theory is that there was a bell dam before the one that we know of in the movie. The reason that I bring this up is because there must have been disappearances of children before. I mean, how would she know how to do this? She's a settler. What happened before? Well, there were Indians before people settled in America, and the witch that the movie is based on, that the character the Beldam is based on, is a folklore. So it must have been around longer than the movie itself. It must have been set, I don't know, around the time of the Indians. A child kidnapping witch must have been. So when she settled, the Beldam have run out of children to snatch. I would say it would be less like something fell out of the sky, but more like an ancient Indian sort of thing. Because why else would there be boards around the window unless Mrs. Lovat did it herself? But wells are made. They started making wells as early as the cowboy era. So, yeah, there we go. Someone made the well, and I think it was not the original Beldam, but the Beldam that we meet in the movie. The original Beldam also probably wouldn't have lived in the other world. She would have probably come out of the other world at the end of her lifespan. I reckon the Beldam would try and find a replacement to carry on her work when she died. The reason being is that this Beldam didn't have the knowledge to lure children into her world, so she would have needed a woman with a child of a young age that could have taken over her position after her horrible demise. A woman moved into the place where she was kidnapping children with a child herself. The reason I reckon that there was more than one is because there had to be. There's probably children disappearing all over the world. Do you really think that there's more than one Beldam? She can't move from place to place. She has to operate from the world of the Pink Palace. She has to operate there. She can't move from one place to another, because if she leaves now, she will die. What if the Beldam, the one before her, decided that she couldn't possibly live anymore? She couldn't carry on. It was draining her completely, waiting for centuries, probably, for a child to come along. She needed someone younger, fitter, and much more intelligent. So she kidnapped a boy of a local dame, who just moves in. The Beldam, dressed as an old woman, would not expect anything. Then she sees as they all fall down into the other world through a portal that this Beldam has opened, which is her lair. I reckon you can get through it through the garden, or through like a woods, something like that, because it's obviously surrounded by woods. Anyway, she begs her to let her child go, but she agrees on one condition: that she continues her work after she's gone. She said, anything, just let my child go. She doesn't lead on the promise and kills the child. Then was about to take his soul when the mother says, take my soul instead. it's not apparent why she would, because mothers are brilliant. Not all mothers are brilliant, but mothers sacrifice themselves in movies a lot. I'm going to give you an example of Lily Potter sacrificing herself to save Harry. She didn't have to die, but she was given the choice to die, and I think the Beldam would have been given the exact same choice. But she couldn't save her son once the Beldam had ripped out her son's eyes. So she had to kill this mythological creature, but by killing this woman, she became the woman. By killing the Beldam, she then became the Beldam herself, freeing the spirit into the other world and allowing it to move on. Now, trapped, she would have to figure out 1,000 of ways how to get the souls and the spirit of her little boy in this world to make it fun. She figured out that the eyes are the keys to the souls, so removing her own eyes and placing them somewhere where they'd be safe. Voldemort should have probably took this advice instead of making Horcruxes by removing her soul. Sorry, I just want to get this out there. I'm replacing it with buttons. And replacing her son's eyes with buttons meant her son did eventually die, but not after having his eyes replaced with buttons. She then obviously is not now be able to leave and has to carry on harvesting souls so she can survive. And that is why I think that there are more than one Beldams, or there was a Beldam before and what happened to her. Toodles.